Hey everybody, it's Peach over here, Crooked Peach. We are going to make a pastry crust dough. So, alright, you're going to need in total 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, a cup of diced very, very cold butter, and then you're going to need some ice water. Not much, between 5 to 8 tablespoons of ice water. That's all you're going to need. Okay, so already in the bowl, I have half of the flour. So 1.5 cups is here, and I'm going to go ahead and get the next cup ready, because this is the way to measure out your flour when you're doing any kind of a pastry or bread or anything. Don't dip your cup down in there and scoop up like that. That's ineffective for the way the recipes were written. Recipes were written by people measuring out cups in this way. You spoon it in. Something about, doing it this way and the way that it falls into the cup and then the way that you level it off. That, I don't know, it always works. It always works. So I'm going to take a butter knife, scrape the top off. Now this is ready, even though it looks crazy, I think. I think it looks like it needs more in it, but it doesn't. So if you think that, I'm right there with you. Oh, crackers. Oops, let me get this out of the way. All right. Now 1 teaspoon of salt. And I use Redmond's real salt. I really enjoy this salt. It has lots of minerals in it. And it just has a great flavor. Unbleached, very healthy. All right. 1 teaspoon. And let me grab my butter. It is already cold and cubed. And a jar of ice water. All right, so this is 1 cup of cubed and very cold. This happens to be European butter. You can use the butter of your choice. All the recipes call for unsalted butter. I don't find it to be an issue to use salted butter. You do you, but I just don't find it to be an issue. Anyway, all right, so I'm going to put the butter in here and then get it combined. And now, oh yes, also on the bottom of this plate, I dusted it with just the tiniest little bit of flour, because then this butter doesn't stick to the plate in the refrigerator. Pardon me. All right, now we're going to cut it in with this pastry cutter. First, let me dip these little cubes a little bit. It'll help them to stick less to this thing. But it's still going to stick to it, believe you me. Alright, so I'm pressing and rolling. And pressing and rolling. So, as I told you, we have 1 cup of this flour reserved. And if you want to know the reason behind that, it is because it is much easier to get this butter combined with only 1.5 cups of the flour and then add the additional flour and mix in. Much easier than trying to get it all cut in and rolled down to pea size right from the jump. So it makes your life easier, even though it seems like it's an extra step that's unnecessary. Well, I mean, it did to me. I've tried it a bunch of times doing it the wrong way, and it does not turn out. So sometimes you gotta stick to the rules. Not always. Frequently not. But sometimes you do. Alright, so I'm pushing this butter through. Like I said, it's going to stick no matter what. And that's okay. So this actually makes 2 9-inch pie crusts, which is exactly what I need for tonight, because this is going to be a beef pot pie. Oh, I told y'all, look, this handle turns all the time. I need to get a new one, but yeah, maybe it'll happen. I'm pushing through. Now we're only going to make and wrap the dough and ready it for refrigeration. I will have another video showing you guys how I roll it out and assemble the pot pie, actually. And oh yeah, there's one more thing. So you can add a teaspoon to a tablespoon of sugar to your dough. Why would you do that? Well, because honestly, it makes the crust turn a little bit more golden. But because I'm doing a pot pie, I'm not going to worry with that part tonight. But I will be I'm doing an egg wash rather on the top crust. I think, maybe, I don't know. Sometimes I get lazy and don't feel like doing it. But it's really pretty. Alright, so that's pretty stinking good right there. Oops, see, I told you this handle slips. Ugh. Let's see. Now, if you have a food processor, this is entirely different. And I don't have one, and so we're not going to be going over that. But I do want you to see. So it looks kind of like peas, really. Like peas are in there, and that's just the butter broken down into pea size. All right, so now we're going to add the additional flour, and I'm going to stop with the pastry cutter. I think. Let me check. Yeah, I'm really good with that. Those chunks are exactly the size I need them to be. A little bit of flour down on the counter. It'll be all right. All right. No, I don't like that one okay, so I'm going to be mixing this dough with a spatula. And this is where the ice water is coming in. All right. My handy dandy water jar. So we're going to start this out with 4 tablespoons. And I know that doesn't seem like it's anything, right? It isn't. It doesn't take much. I was shocked. When I first made my very first successful, because I finally followed the directions, pastry crust, I was shocked at how little water it actually takes for all of this. But it has a lot of butter in it. And you want that butter in there. That fat, and the flour create these beautiful little flaky pockets of golden goodness. All right, so that is not going to be enough. I can tell. I can't really press it together yet. And that's all we're going to. We're just going to be pressing the dough together. And as soon as it will stay together at all, that's where we're going to stop. All right, I'm going to add another 2. This may actually do it. Got that distributed. So I'm kind of scooping under, folding over. Yep. You might make a mess. It'll be okay. No, that's not going to do it, I don't think. This is much too dry to come together. All right, now this is 8 tablespoons right there. And if it doesn't come together, I will be adding a little bit more, but it will not be. Oh no, this is going to do it. It wouldn't be a whole tablespoon. There's not going to be a need for that. So you kind of just got to be gentle and loving and a little bit patient with your dough. Oh no, I actually might need a little bit more. We will see. Hold on. And don't freak out. Your butter is going to melt a little bit while you're getting your dough together, but it's going to be refrigerated. Well, that's good right there. Let me see. Yeah, that's good. So if you can hold it, if you can squeeze it together just a bit and it holds its shape, you're good. All right. So now I'm going to put this down here. And I didn't put any flour down. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Uno momento. That was way too much. All right. Please be enough. I'm pretty sure it's enough. I just got to get it to all kind of get to know each other just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. Oh, wait. Get away. Yeah, I should have took that off. It's kind of coming together. You know, it's pretty similar to a biscuit dough. If you've made biscuits ever, the consistency of this feels a little bit like a biscuit dough to me. All right. So at this point, oh no, let me get it. I'm going to work it a little bit more, and then I'm going to kind of like split it in half, and we're going to wrap it up, put it in the refrigerator. So once we get to that spot, this is about as much as you want to work a pastry dough, because the more you work it, the more you break down the butter, and then the more the potential gluten can get built up. You don't want gluten in your pie crust. All right, yeah, that's good. I know it doesn't look like it, but I promise you, when we come back and roll this out, it's going to be good. Now, each side at this point, hold on, we're not done yet, just yet. We're pretty close, though. So at this point, you want to get it together enough where you can shape it into a little dough ball. So you are going to be working this a little bit. See? Yeah, that's plenty right there. That's plenty of moisture in this, for sure. Now what this will do while it's in the refrigerator, you know, aside from getting much colder again, all of the moisture will evenly distribute within this little dough ball. All right. So I'm just going to do this one for right now. Shouldn't have pressed it back down. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. All right. Look, see, I would be working faster, but I'm trying to show y'all what I'm doing here. All right. At this point, I'm going to press it down a bit. And I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. It's going to be refrigerated for a minimum of 1 hour, okay? You can leave it in for up to 3 days, and you can freeze it. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off of here. I'll see you when we're rolling this out. I'm going to get this other dough ball ready. All right, it was good hanging out with you. Thank you so much. I hope you come back. I'll see you next time. Bye.